I'd like to thank the National Quilter Circle for sponsoring today's video. We are jumping right in today and we are going to play around with this pile of squares and half square triangles. I just wanted to kind of go through and show you all the different ways you can use half square triangles. There's a ton more I missed, but I just wanted to get your inspiration going. So the first block you can make with a half square triangle is obviously just the half square triangle. Just by itself, it's really powerful, and especially if you're using high contrasting fabric like I am here. The next blocks I'm going to show you are 4x4 grid blocks. So here it's 2 on top, 2 on the bottom. And you can do all of your half square triangles facing the same way, just like this. You could even put sashing between your blocks or rotate them. There's so many different options you can do. The next block I'm going to show you here is called the pinwheel. So here all of the half square triangles are rotating around the center. I love this block. It's a classic quilt block. We also can do this kind of herringbone shape. And as you can see, all you have to do is just rotate them around. And I'm going to play around with color a little bit here too. I just have these 2 colors, but you can see you get a really different look just by swapping the colors out, even when the design is the same. You can also get this square in a square and rotate the colors and you get a totally different look. So there's so many different ways you can play around with these half square triangles. Here is a little chevron shape, and then you can also flip them around to get a flying geese. I was thinking about doing this kind of same video with flying geese blocks too, just to show you all the different ways you can use up your scraps for if you have extra flying geese or half square triangles. So let me know if that would be interesting to you. And then of course you can also turn all the blocks. You can put them on point. There's literally so many different ways you can do this. And here we are going to play around with some solid squares too. So your blocks don't have to be all half square triangles. You can get some really dynamic looks if you mix in some solid squares. So I'm just going to play around with the squares and the colors. This one is really cool. If you rotate them around, you could get a nice diamond effect in the center, like if you put 4 of these blocks together. And then here you can get a larger half square triangle. So I'm just playing around trying to see different ideas here. I didn't have a ton planned for this video. I just kind of wanted to play around and show you guys. So here is kind of like a corner of a star. If you put 4 of these blocks together, you could get a large star. So you can think of these broken down into small 4x4 blocks like this, or you can think of them as a lot of these all mixed together, and then you can really start to see the patterns come together. This bow tie is another one of my favorites. I think that's really great. And then here is just the inverse of the one we saw earlier. So if you start to put a lot of these blocks together, it'll give it a totally different dynamic look. And that is all I wanted to show you for the 4x4 blocks. Now I'm going to go back to all half square triangles and we're going to play around with a 3x3 grid. Before we jump back into the tutorial, I'd love to thank the sponsor of today's video, National Quilter Circle. National Quilter Circle is my go-to online resource for all things quilting. It's basically an entire library of quilting videos at your fingertips, and they're always adding new premium content to keep you inspired. Okay, real life moment. My baby is about to turn 1 and I have bins full of clothes from both her and her sister that I just can't part with. So I recently watched their premium video, How to Make a Baby Memory Quilt, and it was the exact confidence booster I needed to cut into these little tiny onesies. In the video, Ashley walks through how to prep the clothing properly, how to cut the pieces apart so they lay flat, and how to add interfacing so those stretchy knits don't distort when you piece them. That step alone made me feel so much more confident. And that's just one video. As a member, you get access to an extensive library of step-by-step tutorials taught by talented, friendly experts. You can also download patterns from their premium pattern library and watch live streaming Q&As and tutorials. The first 1,000 people watching this video who use my link in the description will get a full year premium membership to National Quilter Circle for $1.49. This offer is valid for new members only. You can use the link below or scan the QR code on screen to join. And if you've been holding on to some sentimental fabrics like I have, this may be the nudge you need to create something beautiful out of them. Now let's get back to the video. And here is what it looks like just with the half square triangles. So of course this would make a great block all by itself, just to put all of them together the same direction. You can also try rotating some of them and then you'll get this kind of diagonal line look. I really like this one. I think it looks great when you have a lot of half square triangles all following this pattern. I actually have a video that shows entire quilts out of half square triangles. I'll link that here so you can kind of see as all of these things are put together. It gives it a really cool look. And then here we're going to rotate the corners, and I'm going to play around with adding in some solid squares here. And then we're going to get some more of our classic quilt blocks like the shoe fly. And next I'm going to rotate these corners, and then we get a nice little circle shape. This one's kind of cute. This would be fun to make some flowers out of or something like that. Next, I'm going to show you another classic quilt block. This one is the Friendship Star. So it's similar vibes to the pinwheel. It's just a 3x3 grid instead of that 2x2. And you can play around a lot with colors for this block. It's really great. And then by adding in some more half square triangles, you get a nice rotating effect on this one. It could also be made up of flying geese, depending on how you assemble it. And this is another one with those kind of flying geese shapes. I like this one too. I think it gives it a lot of nice movement. That's what I like about flying geese, is they give every single quilt like a ton of great movement if they're on it. And now we're going to add in some more half square triangles and do a 4x4 grid, so I can show you a bunch of different options you can do when you get either 16 half square triangles or half square triangles and squares put together. You can get some really awesome quilt blocks with this 4x4 grid. The first thing I'm going to try is rotating those center 4 half square triangles to get some different shapes and different looks. So we have the square to square and then the pinwheel here. So this is a great way to have that half square triangle border on your block. And then you can also rotate the half square triangles on the outside border to match the pinwheel, and then this will give you some nice movement as well. It kind of flows in a circle. I like this one. It's kind of like a starburst, and if you add on, it just looks really great. Next, I'm going to play around with more of those flying geese shapes. So here we have 8 flying geese, and then if we rotate those 2 rows, you get a nice chevron look. So again, you can just see there's so many different possibilities. I really love half square triangles because of this. And these are all great ways to use up extra half square triangles in your stash too. And then we're moving on to some star blocks. So here you have the square and the square in the center. You can also put solids in the center to get that classic sawtooth star. And then you can play around again with movement and color to get this Lemoyne star. I'm only using 2 colors in this video, but if you had another color to add to the corners of this one, it would look really great. All of those little oblong pieces would really stand out. And then I'm going to rotate these half square triangles again to give us a few other options. So here's a really cool geometric pattern. This one would look great with kind of that circle pattern we saw earlier. And then we have this diamond with the square and the square in the center. And then in those corners, instead of using solid squares, you can also use half square triangles, and this will give a really cool secondary effect in your quilt. When all of those corner half square triangles meet together with different blocks, then they kind of show a diamond, which is really cool and will give you a good effect. So here we have a ribbon star. There are a lot of different star blocks you can do just with half square triangles. And then I'm going to rotate these corner blocks to give us some little diamond shapes. I just wanted to film this video to kind of get your ideas flowing so you can really see all the different ways you can use half square triangles in your quilts. I know a lot of times you'll end up with extra half square triangles from projects and just not know what to do with them. So hopefully this inspired you a little bit to get creative and think about ways you can use them in your future projects. If there's any of your favorite half square triangle blocks that I missed, I would love to hear about them in the comments below. I know I missed a ton. This was not an exhaustive video, but I just wanted to show you what you can do with some plain squares and some half square triangles, and you can get really creative, play around, and have fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.